Welcome to session number 3, where you're going to learn how to find your customers on Facebook. And this session is called How to Target Your Niche to Win Before You Start. Now, one of the things that a lot of entrepreneurs get wrong is they say, I'm going to choose the health niche or the wellness niche or the Facebook marketing niche. And the thing is, you really don't choose your niche. Well, why is that? Because niches are needs. If you find that there's a lot of people out there with a need who will pay you to fulfill it, then that becomes your niche, but not the other way around. So if you can understand this first question, what's motivating your customers? And specifically, well, importantly, what are their fears? What are their wants, their aspirations, their frustrations? And specifically, the unmet irrational need or the problem that they're trying to solve, or what is the aspiration that is motivating them? So here's an example for my business, Attract Customers Now from Facebook, where I teach enlightened entrepreneurs how to attract conscious customers now on Facebook. When I've interviewed customers, now interviewing over 90 customers, I've been able to boil it down as succinctly as possible. So the main words are attract customers now, and what are the problems that people want to solve. They want to get customers, and we want to attract likes. We want to build our email list, and we want to get customers. So get likes, emails, and customers so that we have more time, money, and freedom. And it's important when we do the time, money, and freedom, we want to represent a photograph of the time, money, and freedom. And I do that on my timeline cover. So remember, you don't choose your niche. Instead, you look for your customers' emotional needs. What solutions are your customers seeking that they're willing to pay for? And where do they have few perceived options? Now, it's this last question that trips up a lot of people, because a lot of people, you might think, well, I'm a weight loss coach, and isn't there 100,000 books out now on weight loss? And or I'm a transformational coach, and hasn't that area been already completely done over? Well, there's a great book out called The Blue Ocean Strategy. Highly recommend this book, The Blue Ocean Strategy. And what the Blue Ocean Strategy does is it helps you figure out where people have few perceived options. So if you recall, when we started talking about Apple's iPod, they beat out the when they beat out the Zune and they beat out the Sony Walkman, it's not that there were not an abundance of MP3 players. There was hundreds of choices of MP3 players, but where people had few perceived options is where they could buy just one song online easily and download it and only pay 99 cents or $1.99. There were almost no places to do that. And so that's how Apple ended up dominating the MP3 market. In the case of my business, this is another thing that trips up a lot of entrepreneurs is the narrower your niche, the easier it is to meet needs and to find out few perceived options. So there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people out there teaching Facebook marketing, but there's almost no one doing Facebook marketing for yoga instructors or yoga entrepreneurs. I'm number one in that category. You want to know why? Because I'm probably the only one in that category. It's really easy to be first place in that race. Um, so the big mistake that a lot of entrepreneurs make is we try to cast out a huge net and be all things to all people. And what I find works much, much better in order, and it's totally counterintuitive, but in order to go big, you need to focus small. So if you look at how many people out there are teaching Facebook marketing to yoga entrepreneurs, you're going to have a really hard time finding anybody but me, or you're going to have a hard time finding a whole lot of options. So this is a place where there's few perceived options. in a very, very crowded marketplace of people teaching Facebook marketing. And because I have this very, very narrow niche, and I found the niche because there was a need. There's lots of yoga entrepreneurs who really are not very good marketers. I created a product just for yoga entrepreneurs. And I also asked yoga entrepreneurs, what's your biggest challenge when you're doing Facebook marketing? And they say, we just don't have enough pictures to post on our Facebook page. And I have kept hearing people say that over and over and over again when I would interview them. And so I said, okay, well, what if I create an easy way for people to get lots and lots of photos? And so I created a Facebook application just for yoga poses. So people upload yoga poses to this Facebook application, and now anybody who downloads the application for free gets to use this. There's 3,000 photos on there that they can use, and there's new photos being added every single day. So again, if you go out and you tried to find that from a competitor, you're going to have a hard time because it's such a narrow niche. Nobody, I'm one of the few people doing it. And if you look at how many yoga instructors are there out there in the world that need help with marketing, only 10 million. So it's actually an enormous niche. But I'm one of the very, very few people doing it. And so it's really not actually that hard to find this for you and your niche, whether you're in weight loss, or whether you're in business, or whether you're in transformational or fiction writing. So here's another example: Facebook for authors. There's not a lot of products out there. There's a million people teaching Facebook, but there's very, very, very few teaching Facebook for authors. And again, when I would ask our authors, or what I'd ask our people, so what is your biggest challenge? After you've become customers and we start working on this, and a lot of people say, "Gosh, the course is great, but I just haven't implemented everything. I haven't made the time." And after talking to customer after customer, I said, well, what if we created a 12-month marketing mastery university? Is that something you would want? Would you be willing to pay for that? And a lot of people said yes. So with that, I created a 12-month marketing mastery university just for our customers, and that's a very narrow niche. So that's about 1,000 people, but because we've created an affordable 12-month kind of program, we've met the needs of a very, very narrow market segment and created a very profitable customer. And you can do this for your book, you can do this for your business as well. And the way that you figure this out is that you have to first understand that people are most motivated by solving problems. So you're going to hear me say over and over and over again, when you talk to your customers, I'm going under the assumption that you are implementing everything that I'm telling you, and you are making the marketing habit, and you're going to talk to prospective customers and customers every day. And one of the questions you're going to ask your customers is, what is your biggest problem? What is your biggest challenge? Because people are most motivated by solving these problems. So you are now in the business of solving problems. And if you're in the business of solving problems, you will never, ever, ever run out of customers, because people never run out of problems, and people are willing to pay. And as human beings, we're actually twice as motivated to move away from pain than we are to seek pleasure. People are twice as motivated to pay for a solution to a problem than prevent it in the first place. This is why the weight loss industry is so much more financially successful than the preventative medicine industry. The weight loss industry, is $100 billion a year. Preventative medicine, fortunately, is growing, but if you're in the weight loss business, you are never going to run out of customers, because people will pay more to lose weight after they gain it, or avoid the pain, or get away from the pain that they're in, than they will to prevent the weight gain in the first place. So here's a great Facebook page called How to Lose Weight Fast. Now, of course, they named their page the direct marketing method, which for authors, again, I do not recommend that. But what they do have on their timeline cover is addressing the problem that their customers have. And their customers want to lose weight fast, naturally, and safely. And right there on their timeline cover, healthyweightLossInternational.com. And and they're doing great. Here's another one. So here's my friend Andrea Albright. So she named her page her name by our recommendation. We helped her get 100,000 likes in 90 days. And her problem, or her customer's problem is people want to lose weight. And she has a great solution of how to get your amazing body now. 3 simple words, amazing body now. People will pay for an amazing body now. And so she does a great job marketing her natural weight loss secrets. And people are, pay hand over fist for that. Again, what is the problem that we're solving here? It's not having enough customers, and it's people who hate marketing and or don't know a lot about marketing or aren't marketing professionals and just want the customers to come to you. So we put that right there in our timeline cover, attract customers now. So what you need to do is to ask your customers what they really want. And I say it that way because it's really easy to ask a customer what they want and not get the real answer the first time you ask. And so if you're in weight loss and you ask your customer, hey, what do you want? And it's like, gosh, I just want to lose weight. You say, okay, well, what do you really want? So I want you to go deeper, and I'm going to show you why in just a second. But the very, very best marketers out there know that they don't know what our customers want until we ask. I've interviewed over 90 customers, and I ask customers every day, what's the big problem you're trying to solve? What do you want? And every single time I do that, I learn something. And I'm always looking for new patterns, and I'm always looking for those consistent words that are in our customers' minds. And 1 hour of this will literally save you 10 to 100 hours of wasted time. Wasting time meaning, like, for example, making the mistake that I did when I named my product Facebook Marketing Zen, and I easily spent 100 hours trying to market that product and sold 0 copies. And it's mostly the same course that you're learning right now. It's just the name sucked. And after interviewing hundreds, over 30 customers at the time, we were able to come up with the name Attract Customers Now and the name Facebook for Authors. And that actually worked really well. And we came up with that name because I kept talking to people over and over and over again who are authors, and saying, hey, I'm an author and I want to know how I can use Facebook to market my book. Well, Facebook for Authors, there we go. And commit doing the research up front because it works. And I want you to sell solutions, not features. Sell solutions, not features. And what do I mean by that? So what I mean by that is, let's say you have a weight loss product, and you want to sell your weight loss product. A big mistake that I see a lot of entrepreneurs make is they say, oh, check out my new 6 DVD training packages. Well, that doesn't sound to me like what I really am interested in. If I really want to lose weight, so I can find the love of my life, your 6 DVDs sounds like a lot of time, and that sounds like something I don't have the time for. And a lot of people make the mistake of thinking features are interesting to customers. Nobody wants your features. An example, a better way that you can communicate your value to your customers is to talk about an advantage. Well, my 6 DVD package is the fastest way to lose weight. Okay, that's a little bit more interesting to me because I don't have the time to watch your 6 DVD trainings, but I am interested in the fastest way to lose weight. And I might be willing to watch a few DVDs for that. Well, an even better way to communicate is to talk about the benefit that your customer is actually seeking. So if I wake up every morning and I wake up tired, and through the day, I have a sluggish day, and at 2 p.m. I feel like I need a nap, and then I crash in the evening, and what I really want is increased energy. If you tell me that you've got the fastest way, if you got an increased energy solution that is the fastest way to lose weight in your 6 DVD training, now you have my attention. Okay, I need increased energy. That's the benefit I'm seeking. I would be willing to pay for increased energy. Better still is the result that people are seeking. Well, you could say, some of our customers, or one customer, actually lost 21 pounds in 21 days. And here's their testimonial. And as a side effect, they also accidentally increased their energy, and they did it as the fastest way around, and they got all that in my 6 DVD training packages. Better still than a result is a relief from pain. Well, if I am overweight, and as a result of being overweight, I feel unattractive, that's real pain. And if your benefit is your product will help me no longer feel unattractive, if your benefit will get me out of pain, you won't be able to get my credit card fast enough. I will be ripping it out of my wallet to give it to you because I want to no longer feel unattractive. And if I also lose 21 pounds in 21 days and have increased energy, and I do that fast in your 6 DVD training packages, now we're talking. But even more powerful still is solutions. If you can help me feel empowered and confident, and I no longer feel unattractive, and as a result, I lose 21 pounds in 21 days, and I have increased energy as my benefit, and I do it fast and have features. Now I will run to your house to give you my money. I will find you. I will beat a path to your door to give you money. And so, as an example here, if your solution, if what people are really seeking is, you know, I really want to lose weight so that I no longer feel unattractive and I feel empowering and confident so that I can attract the man of my dreams, get married, and start a family, and you are marketing the Attract Your Perfect Man diet, look out, here I come. I'm gonna pay you 10 times what I would have paid you before I heard that the name of your product was Attract Your Perfect Man diet. Literally, the name of your product and the selling the solutions, not features, can literally increase the perceived value of your product by 10 times to 100 times. For the right woman, the Attract Your Perfect Man diet, she couldn't pay you fast enough. As an example, my friend Cynthia Pasquela, she created the Hungry Hottie Cookbook because she is marketing to a very particular kind of woman, a particular kind of woman who likes that, identifies themselves as they want to feel like a hottie, but they're hungry and they want a cookbook to find out how to be a hottie again. And she has crushed it with this title and this name, the Hungry Hottie Cookbook, that appeals to a very particular kind of person who is kind of woman. And guess how many people out there want that kind of book? Millions, many, many millions out there. And so even in a very, very crowded market space like dieting and health and wellness, you can still find a niche and go very big by focusing very narrow. Another way to figure out how to communicate your benefits is look at what your other successful competitors are doing. Like the Attract Your Perfect Man diet or the Hungry Hottie Cookbook, if that is your niche. And a great way to do that is use Google and type the words of the benefits that your customers are seeking and see who shows up on top, or in alexa.com, or use the Facebook search bar. And so start with the keyword search, and the keyword being, what are the words that your customers are seeking? What are the benefits that your customers are seeking? So here's your exercise. You're going to target your customers on Facebook. So question number 1, and I pull out your sheet of paper and your answers right now, and we're going to do this exercise. Question number 1, is my prospective customer emotionally motivated by pain and urgency? Is my prospective customer emotionally motivated by pain and urgency? And question number 2, is my customer proactively looking for solutions? Are they out there? Are they looking online, looking for solutions? Finally, does my prospective customer have few or no perceived options? And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to first understand that if you are casting too broad of a net, and it looks like your customers have lots and lots and lots of perceived options, like in weight loss or in Facebook marketing, if your answer is, does my customers have few or no perceived options? If your answer is no to that, then a really, really, really good idea is let's focus very, very narrow until we get the answer to be yes. As an example, if we're talking about the diet industry, if you're focusing on if you can create the Attract Your Perfect Man diet plan, all of a sudden your weight loss program goes from having millions of perceived options to very, 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 very few perceived options. If you're in Facebook marketing like me, you go from millions of perceived options to just for enlightened entrepreneurs looking to attract conscious customers. We now go to very, very, very few perceived options. If it's Facebook marketing, but only for authors, very, very, very few perceived options. So it's really not hard at all to go from a um, market where there's just a huge amount of competition to making it very narrow with a simple focus on your targeting your market. So go and do those lessons, do those exercises right now, and we will see you in session number 4, where we're going to create your customer avatar.